Much for
Hi,
taking some time and joining this podcast. So, without wasting any time, let's
thank you
just
so much for.
thank you so much, thank you so much, and I'll just have a lot of questions that I need to ask about yourself, your career,
Okay.
and your current journey, and many more things. Okay, so let's start.
Yes, sure.
Yes, the first question from my side is how did you get into aviation and why did you get into aviation industry?
Okay. So, hi, my name is Silvina, and the question is like, how did I get into aviation industry and why? Okay.
Right.
So basically, actually, I had no plans for this particular industry. My aim in life or ambition was to become somewhat. I was like wanted to become a teacher kind of a thing, to take that profession somehow. But I didn't have any concrete plan on that I have to do this. So I was just going with the flow. Then suddenly in my college there was a campus interview for Frankfurt actually. So
Right.
they have come, and that time that was the institute which was giving, which was
Mhm.
very much famous at that moment of time, and that's the only one actually which has started with aviation and hospitality courses.
Okay.
And getting into the aviation industry, the prior focus was always that they will be selecting candidates who have done a diploma on this.
Okay.
Otherwise they won't. And now what happens, they take people from, if you are a graduate sort of thing for ground stuff, they take it.
Mhm.
And you have, if you have certain experiences, they will see like, different criterias and they will take it. But this is not the final thing which they see. But at that moment of time, it was the, mandatory criteria that they will take if you have a diploma. So
Mhm.
then I thought, like, being from a very small town, there are no much scopes over here actually. If I go and pursue something and do something, I will not be able to earn as much as, if I go somewhere into this field. And I
Right.
thought that maybe that is something which is destined, and that is why it has come to my campus. So let's sit for it, and let's see what is this all about. Let's hear it, understand what is
Mhm.
this Frankfin is, how it works, and all those. So then they have briefed on the first day, and on the second half, they have taken a campus interview, sort of a thing, one on one.
Okay.
And then I sat for it, and then I have cracked it actually. But that was my first ever interview of my life, because that was happening when I was studying also. So by that
Wow.
time, I got a very good experience. Oh my God, that means that was the first motivation which came to me. Okay, मतलब मैं interview में बैठ सकती हूँ, select भी हो सकती हूँ, because if they
Right.
have chosen me for this, that I have certain things in me,
Mhm.
capabilities that I can crack it. So फिर I got selected. I went home, and then I
Mhm.
told my parents that I got selected and all. And then my parents were like, and they told me beforehand, अगर आपका selection हो जाता है, you are not staying here. And the base was in Guwahati. So go and stay
Okay.
there, learn it, whatever it is. And this was something which is not done in my generations at all.
Okay.
So this is the first thing which I did. So they were like very proud of it. Okay, you have to do it. If you crack it anyhow, whatever it is, we will manage, but you have to do it. I बोला चलो कोई बात नहीं. And I was also like, bring it on. I was not, ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब family pressure, I have to do it. It was not sort of like that. Provided I was an introvert. Okay, too much
Right.
of an introvert. Still I took
Mhm.
that thing in my mind कि नहीं, करना तो कुछ है. ये opportunity जब आया है, मैं छोड़ूंगी नहीं. क्या पता कल को
Mhm.
फिर ना आए. I have lost it. तो
Right.
फिर then I have taken all measures, taken all the information, everything, where to stay, how will be the classes, or they have given us the brochures and everything. So we have
Mhm.
went through with a lot of discussion at home. I have, decided to go and stay there in Guwahati. I've started with my course and everything. Side by side, I was also pursuing my graduation at that moment of time. Okay.
Wow.
And I knew that if I don't complete my graduation, I will not get a job. So what I did, I was doing the course, and side by side, I was undergoing a graduation and everything. I didn't leave that. My parents said, जो भी करो, लेकिन graduation complete करना है. Base तो आपका वो होना ही चाहिए. I'm like, ठीक है,
Right.
okay, fine. Then, yeah, you have a question?
No, no, no. You continue.
Uh, okay. Then what happened is I also spoken to my principal in college,
Mm-hmm.
because if I don't do the regular classes, they will make me non-collegiate and everything, and they will
Right.
not allow me to sit for exams. So as
Mm-hmm.
I had a plus point because they have come for a campus interview in my college, so
Right.
obviously my principal have to give me that permission if I have to go.
Mm-hmm.
So he was very cooperative. And then he said, fine, okay. And like, considering your past records, you were so good in studies and you're very disciplined. We'll give you this chance. Don't worry. Please go and pursue if you want and everything. He was very sweet. So I got that also, that permission also to go. My
Wow.
parents were very supportive actually, because my father used to take me everywhere for interviews where I have to go. He was very much behind me, very supportive parents. And I think everybody should have that supportive parents,
Right.
otherwise we cannot go forward with our whatever resources we will have at that moment of time. Like that time I was pursuing my graduation, so you can think I don't have that network, I don't have that resources, that money, nothing. It's only my parents support
Exactly.
which was there. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
got
and
that
that
confidence. Yeah.
वो एक हाथ से ताली नहीं बजती है, right? So you need supportive parents and your surrounding as well. So अगर एक
Yes,
जन भी
yes,
support नहीं करेंगे, then there's a big issue. Like we have to
yes,
struggle a lot.
yes. So I've got a lot of support from them. So from that support only I've got that confidence कि अगर ये लोग करने को राजी है तो मैं अपना जो है ना, जो शील्ड है मेरे चारों तरफ इंट्रोवर्ट का, जो शाइनेस का था कि मैं कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं, क्योंकि लीविंग माय पेरेंट्स एंड गो समवेयर आई हैव नॉट थॉट of in my wildest dreams also I leave them and go somewhere. Okay, so I was very homesick wherever I go, so I have
Mm-hmm.
taken that leap of faith actually.
Wow.
Then what happened that I started doing all my courses and everything, and then at the final stage there were campus interviews also from different airlines and then from different hotels. So my parents से strictly मना था कि hotels में आप नहीं जा सकते. If you have to go, you have to go in airline only. Hotels will not allow you to go. So hotels में interview के लिए selection होता था, लेकिन they were not so happy. So then finally there was an Indigo interview, and then I have given couple of interviews when I was undergraduate also, like first year, second year.
Mm-hmm.
मैं देती रहती थी interviews to get a idea how the interview goes, what are the rounds, to get an idea, to get habituated with it. And then when
Yes.
I was in my final year, become final year,
Mm-hmm.
then I've also got an opportunity for interview in Guwahati Airport only as a ground staff. And then I have finally done that. I
Right.
cracked
And
that.
these, just to mention, and these interview sessions like help us a lot.
Yes.
Maybe you were an
Huh.
undergraduate at that point of time, but right now what happens is most of them don't do this. Like whenever I have been in interviews or recently whatever interviews I have been taking, so most people don't understand how much research is important in that part. Like how much research you have to do
Yes.
about that organization, like about that particular role. Nobody does that right now. And when you
Yes.
give continuous, and maybe it's a rejection, but when you get continuous rejections or you get selected and all, it's a path like you get confidence, right? From being an introvert to
Correct.
you start being
A
an
lot of
extrovert.
experience.
Right. And then you
Yes.
understand how the interview works for every company. Most of the companies have the same similar pattern. Right.
Yes. Hmm.
That's one thing is there that everyone should understand like एक research करना होता है, not only about the company, about the jobs that they are interviewing for. And even if they are getting rejected, they should keep trying and giving other interviews just to improve their confidence and
Yeah, I
everything.
believe that no, this is the point. This is something where people also give one interview with an idea, with the feeling that ये क्रैक कर लेंगे तो ठीक है, otherwise I'm not going to do it once again. मतलब ऐसा एक उनका एटीट्यूड आ जाता है. That's the thing, when they fail for the first time, they give up very easily. Few of them, that they don't want to
Right.
try it once again. They get that mentality कि एक ही बार में कर देना है, अगर नहीं होता है I'm not going to do it. I'll do
Right.
something else.
Yeah, the
This is
ratio
that
is
thing.
also 7:10. If seven people get
हाँ.
rejected, the three people remaining, they put the efforts and give the next round of interview or go to other companies for
Yes.
interviews. So, I'll ask you this question. So, what made you, how did you transition yourself into a soft skills trainer and personality development coach? How did you do that? Like, I
Yes, I
suppose
have
like
heard.
you have been into the industry from last 15 plus years of aviation industry. Then, how did
Yes.
you transition yourself?
Actually, I have already completed my personality development sessions, grooming sessions, then hospitality, everything from Franklin. So actually,
Hmm.
I think I would tell that that training session was a life-changing session for me. I've learned a lot. Before that, I told you, I was very shy. I didn't know what I
Right,
was dressing. What my parents would say, what my sister would say. I would dress up like that. I was always with my mom's pallu and all. I was very shy. People, the guest would come to my home. I was not outside I didn't go, used to go and sit there and talk to my guest.
right,
I was so shy. मुझे लगता था कि मेरे पेरेंट्स हैं, मेरी दीदी है, वो देख लेंगे, मैं अपने रूम में चुपचाप बैठी रहती थी. I
right,
was so conscious at that moment of time. Frankfin, I think that was a turning point of my life. I think that was destined to come so that I look on my personality, I change it, and I have got to know how personality plays a vital role in people's life.
right,
We judge, we observe a person and we get to judge that person in 9 seconds, first 9 seconds, कि अरे मुझे ना ये person ऐसा लगा वैसा लगा. And then when our subconscious mind said no, one should go and talk to that person, only then we go and approach that person, say, that we get to see that the vibes are matching, and then we sit and talk.
right,
So actually, I have started from there, and then when I got into the workplace like Indigo, it was all about that glam, the discipline, the uniform
hmm,
you wear, and then you walk with pride. You are doing the services for the customers, the satisfaction
right,
level, the way you talk, you present yourself. And there were a hell lot of trainings given by airline people, internal trainings. You go
right,
every 2 years for different trainings for different departments. So you get to see people from different departments. They have come all together and working. Interact with them. So these were also very big life lessons for me. And when you talk to a person or be with certain type of a person for a long, you inculcate those habits somewhere in you, that
right,
I also should look like that. I also should
hmm,
talk like that. If I am feeling that pleasant to my eyes, and if and just think, when I will be like that, I will also be an eye catcher for somebody else. They will also come and
right,
approach and talk to me. So this is something
exactly,
which really happens. This is something which I have taken from my childhood also. When I was studying in school, I used to copy my teacher's teaching style the same way. And I used to come home that very day. I used to take my lunch, and I
right,
used to take one book and one ruler, and I used to start teaching in the same way as my teacher does that day. I used to observe her from head to toe, everything, whatever she has worn in her hands, her neck, the way she has
right,
dressed up, everything. And the second thing which I used to do is mirror talking a lot. I used to copy her, and I used
hmm,
to imitate the same thing by looking into the mirror. So this mirror talking really helps to see your reflection. So these were some small things which I believe that, if you have a good personality, that really helps.
hmm,
And now what happens is, the top values of my life, top three values of my life, is to be an independent self, family,
right,
and the third is service. Now, so when I
no,
have come to soft skills training, which is basically I have come here into this field, is it is not curriculum based at all.
right.
It is
So you
something
need to
which is
build your
really,
own curriculum.
yes, and it is something,
And
these are those life skills which is required in your personal life as well, in any industry you go. So this is the
right,
best part which I have loved about it. People will need it anyhow
hmm,
at every age. And there's no age bar that, or मैं 40s की हो गई, 50s की हो गई, now तो I cannot learn this skill. No, skills has no limit, age limit, till the time your mind is fresh and you're eager to
right,
learn. You need to be a
right,
lifelong learner actually. So I thought that if I
absolutely.
go into soft skills, I
Hmm,
would be able to capture all these values. I can be an independent self, first of all, because I'll
right,
be creating everything from start with my knowledge, whatever learning I have. Second is, I'll be able to sit with my family, give time to my family and work. And third is, I
right,
will be able to serve my people, my community, changing and transforming their lives into a different persona which they want. There are many people who have so many things inside them, but they don't get that strength to come up and say, speak up all those things. So I believe I can
Exactly.
help them.
Right. So I understand, like when you give to the community, so it's like most of the people even understand like why am I paying for this, right? And
Correct.
mostly all these people think नहीं मुझे तो सब आता है भाई तुम्हें कुछ नहीं आता, right? And they have to understand one more thing is like when you improve your skills and when you start learning a lot, you will grow eventually. When you
Of course,
stop
yes.
learning, you won't grow. You're
Yes,
stuck, you're saturated, like the ECG machine which you see,
yes,
right?
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And then we have the next question for you. What made you choose soft skills training?
Okay. So as I said, soft skills is something which is required in every field of work you do, even in your
Hmm.
personal, in your professional life. It has no
Right.
curriculum, and it is the spectrum of it is very broad. You can teach. And these are the skills which is required in our everyday life, whatever we do. Okay.
Right.
So this is the best part which I loved about it. And the thing is that it is not necessary. If you know, you can able to teach also. You can be a good learner, but it's not
Right.
necessary that you can be a good trainer or a big coach
Hmm.
or good coach, because for that you need to have that the way of teaching should be like to come up to that level of the learner, and
Hmm.
to have that wavelength matched. If I am a if you are a student, you are
Hmm.
somewhat 15, 16 years old, I also
Right.
have to think from that point of view, that perception, like
Right.
at that age what all things a person goes through, because I have crossed that age, so I will be knowing it, and then matching
Hmm.
that wavelength and start interacting with you in whichever your comfortable or preferred language it is, or a medium, suppose English or Hindi, whichever is the perfect medium to get you into that particular zone, communicate properly,
Right.
from everything, so that the other person who have enrolled for it or has come to me is totally satisfied at the end of the day, and said that he or she believes that okay, it's worth it, whatever it is, and I have understood.
Right.
इतने दिन से मेरे अंदर ये doubt था, and
Hmm.
I've got a satisfactory service or a satisfactory answer for that after so long. So that matters the most at the end of the day, when the other person is really satisfied for it. So I believe that this is something which is, very much required for any company you work with, and also for your
Hmm.
personal growth.
Right.
Very much required, because and the more the good thing which I felt is that, like, yesterday or day before yesterday, I was talking to my friend who was very low.
Okay.
Actually,
Hmm.
she felt low, and she called me up and she said, can you guide me, I'm feeling very low. So the first thing which came to my mind is she has chosen me for this, as she was
Right.
feeling low, and because she
Hmm.
felt that I can soothe her in some way, she will feel good
Hmm.
talking to me. So this is the first thing. And when I spoke to her, she said, अरे मुझे मेरा तो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ही चेंज हो गया तुमसे बात करके, अगर मैं किसी और से सेशन लेती तो शायद मुझे पैसे दे के लेने पड़ते, जो सेशन तुमसे मुझे मिल रहा है फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, like the way you are getting inside it
Right.
and helping and talking with different parameters. So
Hmm.
these are something which really helps you to gives a inner motivation from your own people, because your own people will not compliment you very easily. They will be
Exactly.
sarcasm at some point of time, or they will think कि इतनी जल्दी नहीं बोलते हैं, लेट इट बी, फ्रेंड ही तो है, फ्रेंड के काम नहीं आएगा तो किसके काम आएगा. बट
Exactly.
शी वाज लाइक सो स्वीट, एंड देन आई थॉट कि मुझे, मैंने उनको नहीं बोला, लेकिन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आई रियली फेल्ट बैड, बिकॉज आई वाज एबल टू हेल्प पीपल फॉर एनी रीजन.
Right.
सो दिस इज द थिंग, द satisfaction level matters.
Yeah. Satisfaction matters. Like no matter if you earn or don't earn, but end of the day, someone
Yes,
says, "Oh, I felt really very good after speaking to you, and my
yes,
point of view has totally changed." Or in my case, it happens like, Manuel, I just got a job. Like you guided me on this part and that things. I have implemented
yes.
these things, and I got a job. Or else,
Hmm.
even if it is like, let's say, if a client is there who is not able to speak properly this week, and you give them some trainings, from your side, and then they come after 4 or 5 weeks, because it's a long process. It's not like आज मैंने
Long
सिखाया
process.
और कल उसने
Correct.
ग्रास्प कर लिया कि
Similarly,
मुझे
with skills
आ
also,
गया
no, you have to
कम्युनिकेशन.
practice, and everything. So it
Right.
takes time to build. Yeah.
Yeah. If they don't practice, then they're gone. Like वापस से उनको शुरुआत से करना होगा. If they practice it
हाँ.
continuously, it's like an habit. If you do it continuously, then you will be on the, like ग्राफ होता है ना, ऊपर नीचे जाता है, तो वैसे वाला ग्राफ
Yes.
रहेगा उनका.
I always mention in my videos, in my sessions, is that I can only show you the way where you need to
Right.
go, but you need to go. You need to take the step. It should come
Right.
from within.
Right. Everywhere
तो
we won't be
मैं
able to.
प्यास लग रही है, मैं पानी लाके दे सकती हूँ, लेकिन पीना आपको ही पड़ेगा.
Exactly. According to you, like, what are the most demanding soft skills?
Okay, so basically, what I have seen through the trend, it is now public speaking is something which is really important skill now.
Hmm.
Even if you start from colleges to corporates, this is something which is very much required, because
Right.
what people think, the mindset behind public speaking, they feel is that they will get a topic, they will come, they will read and go. But there is
Hmm.
lot more thing which is there in public speaking which you need to take care of. If
Okay.
you are doing a you are a public speaker, you need to take care of your, the different things, like starting from your grooming, the clothing, the ppts need to be like, in a very standardized form, and it should not be the ppt, so should be some sort of, there are some parameters which you need to keep it. The way you speak, how you can connect with your audience, you will see in many speeches people tend to move away after just 3 4 lines of the public speaker, because they get to know that feeling that अरे ये bore करने वाला है, he is just reading a
Hmm.
newspaper and we are not finding
Right.
any worth of it, so let's move on. So to make that connect and speak the different types of the jargons of public speaking, I have shared few
Hmm.
days back. It's like the things which you should keep in mind, the the nuances of public speaking which is there, like the pace, the pronunciation, the power you need to connect. So these are the things which is required total, and as a package it becomes a public speaking skill actually, which you should know.
Okay.
So this is something which the teenagers, the corporates should learn it, and if they are
Hmm.
not doing it, because this is going to take them a long way. And you are when you're a public speaker, you get to connect with a mass of people there. It's reaching the masses at one point of time, so you're able to gather a lot of people. You are able to connect with more people, and make your networking strong. You are getting to collaborate with so many people at a single point, and they also
Right.
get to know you in and out, like the way you speak, starting from your
Hmm.
personality to inside, the way you think, the way you speak.
Right.
So these are things they also observe. So public
Hmm.
speaking is one of them, I believe. Second is time management, is something people very
Okay.
much struggle.
Okay.
They are so engrossed with work that they do not know how they will take out time for their personal life, for their family, for their health. And at one
Hmm.
point of time, they are so engrossed that they compromise with their health, and then there is a lot of finances going into it. The जो भी कमाया सब उधर चला गया. And
Right.
also you don't get peace mentally. Mental peace is something which is very much required. If this is not in proper condition, you're not going to work. You will not be
Exactly.
able to work or do anything out of your own mind. So this time management is also required, and of course communication skill,
Right. Communication.
because everything which you do in this world needs some sort
To
of
be communicated.
communication to start.
Right.
Yes. So, and when you talk about communication, people think the way you speak, when you open your mouth, that is communication. But no, it has some, non-verbal language also, body
Hmm.
language also.
Body language.
That is very much required in case of interviews also. I think you will agree to it a lot.
Right. And it's like non-verbal, verbal, and physical. So these are the types of communications. So sometimes
Yes.
it depends on your physical appearance, which communicates a lot. Then your
Yes.
verbal,
Even if you're
verbal
not
acts,
speaking. Yes.
right? And verbal acts, verbal का कुछ 7 to 8% ही काम करता है. Rest all is
Hmm.
non-verbal most of the times. So whatever you do,
Yes,
whatever
because you
you
don't
say,
realize that you are giving such vibes to the person who is sitting next to you, and you feel that अरे मैंने तो कुछ बोला ही नहीं, इन्होंने मुझे रिजेक्ट
right?
क्यों कर दिया, बात ही नहीं किया, मुझे बोला आप जा सकते हो, and that
J-
person is so confused. What did I do? But you have done something so unknowingly that you didn't haven't realized also. But the interviewer has done so many, interviews, have taken so many things, and he is so specialized on that, that even if you don't say something, he will get that vibe. He will get to know,
Right.
okay, आप क्या सोच रहे हो, क्या नहीं. So things like that. So I think these three skills are really important now.
Okay. So to summarize that, one is public speaking, second is time
Yeah.
management, and third is communication to top it up, right? So these are the most
Yes.
demanding soft skills at present that everyone should learn, including me, I guess, right?
Yes.
So, so what was your biggest challenge, or like, did you have some challenges while shifting from or transitioning yourself from aviation industry to becoming a soft skill trainer? Did you have some challenges?
Challenges in the sense like you're starting something of your own needs a lot
Right,
of time, and also a
courage.
lot of yes, courage, and backside thinking also at the back of the mind. मतलब कैसे सारा streamline करूं, कहाँ से start करूं. The first question is from where to start.
Right.
So, and then getting a mentor, and then like starting my first step kahan se do, and then there's a lot of questions in your mind whether I'll be able to do it or not. And what if I'm putting a lot of energy and time into it and I don't get anything out of it, whether it's a good decision or not. Because I
Right.
was very confident that I am, touch wood, fingers crossed, I am a good
Mhm.
trainer, because I've got a lot of feedbacks from my previous job also, where I was taking internal trainings. I was a part of the training
Mhm.
department. The entire training department was under me. So I had that faith on me. Even people have that faith. That is something different. But starting something on your own, out of your
Right.
job, when you're doing a business or starting something, so that needs, of course, a lot of courage and thinking. And challenges were to reach down to people and give them a clear message that I'm starting something with it. And these skills are really important, because somewhere I feel even many people will agree to me that soft skills
Mhm.
is something which is very underrated now. Even I would say, they feel that if I have done a course or done a qualification in certain technical skills or hard skills, that is enough for me to crack an interview and go. Okay, but
Right.
I believe that hard skills would give you an interview, might give you an might give you a job, might get you hired. But soft skills is something which would take you, which would determine how long you will go in that job, whether you would be sticking
Right.
into it, mingling with people. There are a lot of things like, networking, and then
Mhm.
the way you are talking, the conflict management, and stress management, critical thinking. All these things are required to sustain in any job which you do. So soft
Right.
skills determines that. But people
Mhm.
think कि नहीं, चलो हो जाएगा, मेरा टेक्निकल है ना, मेरा बॉस खुश हो गया तो और क्या चाहिए. So this is
Right.
something which is there in the mind. Okay, and some people think कि चलो बॉस की बात सुन के उनका काम करके भी हो जाएगा, बहुत ऊपर तक चले जाएगा. But
Mhm.
this is not a permanent solution. It would not give you that,
Definitely.
not the point where you want to reach in life.
Mhm.
That will not give you the pinnacle. So I believe that is underrated. So to bring this thing positively in the minds of people, and then start with whether they would be able to understand the value of it or not, and if they're understanding, whether they will be able to invest their time, money, energy into it or not, and pursue something
Mhm.
good out of it or not. So these were the challenges. And as I said, the first question was how to start. So this
Right.
was there. And then I have got my ex-colleague, who was my very much senior to me. He was a
Mhm.
day one staff of Indigo Guwahati station. So
Okay.
he is working somewhere else, but he's also a life coach. He takes sessions, online sessions. So he also
Wow.
said his journey, and he gave me an idea how to start with. He told me, "Ki you have done soft skills now, so you start a channel of your soft skills and see how people react to it, what response you get." So I believe that yes, that I can start with taking one skill at a time and get to people. When people tend to see you every time on a regular basis, giving a lot more learning kind of a thing,
Hmm.
it gives a lot of knowledge. So obviously people will listen to you and follow you, and then gradually they will understand that what is the importance.
Right.
So this is some.
Okay. Okay, so these were the challenges. Yeah, how to start is the main question. It's like
Yes.
to tell about me also, like how to start was the biggest question. Then I somehow find out some solutions from somewhere. Then I started the recruitment agency. From there I started like पहले साल में तो लगता था ये resume writing चाहिए क्यों किसी को कोई क्यों देगा
Mm-hmm.
क्यों पैसे resume लिखने के लिए. Then I
Yeah.
understood the value of resume writing. Then I thought like
Hmm.
LinkedIn पे क्या होता है. Then I understood like how to build your profile. So when you
Hmm.
start one thing, then automatically
Yes.
everything is in place.
Thumbs up.
Right.
Yes. Absolutely right. And the first thing which should be there is the mindset that you need to start with. कि मुझे करना है तो I'll find out ways.
Right.
क्योंकि गिव अप के बहुत रीजंस हो सकते हैं, एक्सक्यूज के बहुत सारे रीजंस हो सकते हैं, बट टू डू समथिंग नीड्स a very solid thing which is mindset. And especially in
Right.
business, entrepreneurs or changing lives of people,
Mhm.
you need that business acumen, that mindset with you.
या एक रीजन ऐसा भी होता है कि why did you start, right? पीछे जब there are times when you feel low like अरे यार maybe people don't want to take it or maybe people don't like me, maybe there is some issue, then we understand that
Hmm.
बहुत सारी चीजें हैं where we need to get it right, then we can get someone else right, है ना? So now,
Yes.
how someone can get into being a soft skills trainer or someone who is new, who is just graduated, or like, are there any courses for this, or how do they get into it?
Yes, soft skills, if I can see, there are many courses which is available online. They can take it from any reputed organization, and they need to pursue that with a lot of, dedication. Actually, soft skills is something which is, it's not that you are learning and taking a certificate and then keeping at home. You need to practice that every day. And when you practice it, you get,
Hmm.
that reflects on your personality, that reflects in your voice, that reflects on your face, and
Right,
people always believe and trust the thing which they have seen it from their eyes. That is something which they find it credible, कि अगर ये
yeah.
बोल रही है तो ये कर क्या रही है. If you are not syncing both of them, then there is a problem.
Hmm.
If it is clashing somewhere, कि बोलती तो बहुत है, शायद इसको मतलब ना पैसे से मतलब है, but she is something different in her personal life, or
Right,
her thoughts, her perception is something different. She talks very negative, she's always negative, cribbing. But when
right,
she is teaching like spirituality, positivity, circle, this, that. So I think preaching is much more important. Mindset practice is very much important. After you have learned that skill, how you can use that skill in your personal life and how it is helping you change, so that out
right,
of your story you can change some people's lives, your storytelling.
exactly.
Because when you are starting to talk with people, and if you connect it with your personal life, that gives much more impact. Because people connect कि अरे ये भी इतने सारे दौर से गुजरी थी, and then she have come
Right,
here. So I also, as a human being, I can also do it. Just like I connect with MS Dhoni's struggle. He has done so, he was into so many struggles, and then he has taken that passion. I have to become a cricketer. I will do it what it takes. And
right.
also the recent movie which I have watched is Chandu Champion. Have you watched it?
Okay. Not yet.
He was
I have
a
to.
para Olympics. He was the first swimmer actually. So
Okay.
he from India. So
Hmm.
basically, he had a dream of winning an Olympic medal for his
Hmm.
country, and he was
Okay.
very small at that moment of time. In a very tender age, he didn't knew his village को भी पता नहीं था कि Olympics क्या होता है.
Right,
But he had that confidence in his mind कि मुझे ये तो करना ही है जैसे भी करके. And he has faced lot of struggles and then he reached there. So people, when they
right.
have a mission, they have a purpose, they will get troubles, but that thing should be there in their mind that I need to get it, and things get sorted. सो आप अभी तो बहुत ज्यादा ये चीजें सुविधा हो गई है कि ट्रेनिंग्स, सेशंस, कोर्सेज there are of soft skills which you can learn, which you can imply in your life, execute in your life, and then start for it. And there's some
Right.
people who take it for certification only. They don't want to start something with it, but they will take it for their knowledge purpose. And some are there who really wants to start their business with it, start something, start their own
Mhm.
startup with that. So yes,
Right.
you can start with the courses. And one more thing which I want to say is that people come up to me and then they like ask for the guidance of soft skills. If you can guide me, because firstly they wanted to take session like courses from me, but when I say that I've not started with a certification thing, I have just started with a one-on-one. Maybe later on I'll start with certification, but I'm not planning to do it right now. Maybe after 4 5 months. But then they think that okay, then why not I go straight away and join any course? Why to take consultation from her and spend money on it? Why it is? Because this is something which are life skills, and people ना जब सुनते हैं कि इट्स इन ट्रेंड और ये हवा है तो ये लोग ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं, ठीक है?
Right.
एंड देन हाफ वे दे रियलाइज अरे ये मेरे लिए बना ही नहीं, इट्स सो बोरिंग, व्हाई आई हैव एनरोल्ड. देन डू यू थिंक companies or institutes will give you a refund for this? No, right? You have
No.
invested means invested. Now you have to complete
Right.
it for the sake of money as you have invested, or you need
Mhm.
to just leave it. If you have enough money and you think, no, this is not worth it and they're not giving me the money back, let me leave and go. Or give excuses, or I'm very busy in work, I will not be able to pursue. So to understand
Right.
whether you really want to do it from the core, that consultation really helps to get
Yeah,
an
before
idea whether
going
I should.
for,
Yeah,
yeah,
before
absolutely.
investing,
Like,
because these courses are really costly. So if you want to pursue it, you should have a clear understanding what is it all about.
right. So research over here is also mandatory after speaking to you. Like, even if
Yes,
normally हम मोबाइल भी लेने जाते हैं, so what we do is we do a research. Like, कौन सा मोबाइल
hmm.
लेना है, कौन से कंपनी का लेना है.
Of course.
So
Hmm.
consultation is also the same thing. Like, before enrolling into any course, maybe particular person is not having the course right now, but the
Hmm.
consultation is there. You should go for that consultation. When you go for that consultation, you will understand whether this is particularly made for me, or
Correct.
do I really need this for my life right now or for my career? Then they will get a clear idea. Okay, consultation मेरा हो गया 1,500 में, but I don't have to spend 50,000 rupees right now
Correct.
for a course.
Hmm.
है ना? At least मेरा टाइम बचा है यहाँ पर, and plus I got a very huge knowledge from this consultation facility. It
Yes.
need
You've
not be
got the
about the,
clarity.
yes, it need not be about the course itself. It can be other things also,
Hmm.
right? So people need to understand this as well. Like, go for a
Yes.
consultation wherever required. Don't initially jump into it, because abhi
Hmm.
most of the time, if you see, you just see a ad and it says sign up. You don't get the full details about it. Like, what is
Correct.
it?
Huh.
Why is it? Like, you have to go to the website. There also, the
Hmm.
websites also does not give you a clarity. Like, is this
Yes.
actually for you? Is this actually what you need to do? Right? So
Yes.
people have to take consulting sessions about whatever they feel like. Then they can
Yes.
invest their money into extra things. You know?
Yes. That is what. That is the importance of consultation actually. And then
Right.
you take one-on-one, you get a lot of this
Clarity.
one-to-one interaction helps you that clarity also, and you get a lot of leeway to speak your heart out, whatever the confusions you have inside. Because
Hmm.
in a group maybe you are not that comfortable, but when you're speaking one-on-one, you get very closer connect and you speak openly that these are my
Right.
problems, will this course help me to do that? I want a clear answer so that I get take a clear decision whether I need to go for it or not. Simple.
Right. And people underestimate consultations,
Yeah,
basically. Right.
basically yes.
So your last question would be like, if I as a student, or I as a working professional of 9 to 5, so what benefits I would be getting? Like, I mean, your 90-minute session, or what is that? Like, maybe say I do 9 to 5, I get tired, and I am not good in communications, I am not good in interacting with people, or say, as you said, introvert. So what will be my journey like after taking your consultation to being an extrovert?
Okay. So actually, like before this interview, I was speaking about the services which I am giving actually. So the first 90, I have two services basically. So one is for the one-on-one consultation on the concern related queries for 90 minutes, which I take.
Okay.
So that is basically if a person has certain issues and he is aware of it, that I have an issue with communication, maybe
Mm-hmm.
communication in this part, if it's very precise, it's well and good, because I can utilize, or he can utilize that 90 minutes in a very proper way. And
Right.
suppose if he has any public speaking problem or any specific problem which he or she is coming up with me, so that 90
Mm-hmm.
second is something where I can totally guide him or her with the from the foundation of it, like what is the problem, where from where it has generated actually, and how, what steps you should take to get rid of it,
Mm-hmm.
like a kind of a remedy with yourself, or giving time to yourself, and then you can improve it. Of course, it will not be improving overnight, you have to work for it. That is the
Right.
you know most important thing which I tell every people. It is not going to change overnight. It's like how much time you are giving to yourself.
Right.
Okay, so this is something which is for the 90 minutes. And the second service which I give is the PD training, which is for personality development, which is for 2 hours, which I give, which is dragged from 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So that is
Okay.
the package of your personality, which is basically from understanding what is personality all about, what is your personality trait, the different assessments you do, and
Mm-hmm.
then how to develop that personality, the determinants, the factors, and everything. Because when you are coming for a transformation of your personality, you should know what is that meaning all about. Then only you can
Exactly.
start. You cannot jump off just like that
Right.
without knowing it. Then, like you start with your the grooming part also. It has been taken care, like how you will dress
Mm-hmm.
up, and how you will, the etiquettes part also, how you will dress up and behave in terms of physical interviews or in terms of your virtual interviews. Because
Mm-hmm.
virtual interview is also an interview which has to be taken in a serious basis. It is not casual, it is an
Right.
interview. Okay, so like from COVID or post COVID, it has been taken so casually. अरे virtually तो है, कुछ भी पहन के बैठ जाओ. It's nothing like that. The
Right.
interviewers are also assessing you on the basis of that, how they will assess you in terms of physical interview. So it is just the same, exactly the same.
Mm.
So these are the things, and then suggested books and everything. And then after that, there are some assignments which has been given as kind of a
Okay.
challenge, 21 days challenge. And there are some techniques, some activities based on your self care or gratitude which you need to do. Because if you
Right.
have to change your personality, it has to be in and out. It should be there
Right.
in your thoughts as well, and it should
Okay.
start from self love. The more you love yourself, it will reflect in your heart and brain and face, and you will speak
Mm-hmm.
also in that manner. And people will come to know, will give a good vibe to people. So the
Right.
assignments are also there, and there are follow-up calls which are be given, like what is the progress, any support you require, then let us know. And then after 21 days, I schedule a final consultation call where I see the improvement. And there also there are certain tasks which is given, which I already
Mm-hmm.
mentioned it on the first day, that these are the tasks which is given to you, and on the final day I need this task to be done properly, and then I'll give you feedbacks on that, which will help you in your
Right.
personal life as well, where to improve. And then you will get a lifelong mentor. I would be available lifelong, over the text, over the call. So whatever challenges he or she would face in his personal professional life, I am there. You would be part of my community as well. That is the lifelong membership which you will get. You will get all the information over there which is shared. So
Right.
these are the benefits which has been given. So, and because as I said, my motto is, sell your satisfaction. Basically, it's not that my time, but your
Mm-hmm.
satisfaction.
Right.
And the 90 minutes which I take, I beforehand I take the concern and I do the prep. Because just sitting for 90 minutes and chit chatting on the problem will not give a solution. It has to be a proper roadmap. If you have a
Yeah.
problem, then what all things I should talk about with you. It's not that
Right.
अच्छा आपका ये हुआ तो आप ये करो वो करो. हवा में बातें will not work. It should be very
Exactly.
crisp actually. वो देख रही है,
Mm-hmm.
वो सीख रही है. This is the thing. And
Right.
the more you are transparent, that is good for me, because डॉक्टर्स के पास जाके अगर आप ट्रांसपेरेंट नहीं होगे, या लॉयर के पास जाकर अगर आप अपना पूरा बात इन एंड आउट नहीं बोलोगे, तो आई डोंट थिंक सो इट विल सॉल्व योर प्रॉब्लम.
Right.
So
Same
you
goes
have
with
to be in and
us.
out very, yes, very open with me, whatever problems you are facing, because if you have taken out time and you have come up to me, your purpose would also get resolved. It's not
Right.
that paisa dala kuch hua nahi. So that should not be the attitude. And of course, if you have taken a session, you should also commit to yourself that whatever is been given to you or whatever has been told to you, you are doing it very dedicatedly, very honestly. Being honest to yourself
Right.
is something very important. You can fool me, but you cannot fool yourself. At the end of the day, you
Absolutely.
need to face yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. So you should
So
be
like,
answerable to yourself. I believe in that.
right.
Absolutely. I'm not able to,
Right.
see to myself in the mirror. That's the worst thing. So these are
Right.
the
Most of
things.
the time it also happens like this कि हाँ मैंने पैसे दे दिया, आगे तो ऑटोमेटेड है. लाइक अब जो भी है वो
Hmm.
बोलेंगे, और मैं अगर नहीं भी करूंगा तो उनको क्या पता चलेगा. But
हाँ,
when we do a regular follow-up, we understand like, is this person very serious about his career or not?
correct.
Like, if that person is serious, he will pay. And then if they pay, they have to do the task. If they
Hmm.
don't do the task, they are on the negative part.
And anyways, you will come to know in the final day, na, what preparation you have done,
Right.
how what work you have done
Exactly.
on yourself. I
Right.
can be easily able to gauge that. So that is the
Right.
thing. You cannot fool. Uh,
Right. This is mandatory. All right, Silvina, it was nice speaking to you. Like, almost more than 1 hour, we had been having a great talks
yes.
about your career, about your sessions, about the challenges and everything. Thank you so much
Yes.
for coming
Thank you
once
so
again,
much.
giving me
It
some
was a
time. Okay,
wonderful, interview. I really loved it, enjoyed it thoroughly.
enjoyed it. We should do this next time also. I'm planning. Like, उसमें और
Okay.
deep में जाएंगे about soft skills,
Ah,
personality development. Okay, so
yes.
it will help others also. Maybe if they are
Sure,
not
sure.
enrolling to our consultations, they can watch our videos which we will be posting sooner.
Yes.
Okay. Anything
Sure,
else,
sure.
Silvina, you would like
Okay.
to talk about?
Final lines could be, it's like, what I say is that if you don't take steps to change yourself,
Hmm.
nothing is going to change in your life.
Exactly. If you don't take steps to change yourself, right, nothing
वी
is
कैन
going to
ओनली सिट एंड
change.
ड्रीम, अरे काश मैं उसके जैसे होती, काश मैं ये कर लेती, काश काश लोग बोलते हैं फ्री में, पैसा नहीं लगता उसका. लेकिन when you
Right.
start doing it, actual में, when you take the first step, that is something which is you are doing it different, and that is the thing
Right.
which you have done it for yourself. People procrastinate a lot, which is also something which they need to understand कि वो उसमें लॉस आपका ही हो रहा है, किसी और का नहीं हो रहा है. बिकॉज
Exactly.
अल्टीमेटली 5 दिन बाद अगर करोगे ना, वो आपको ही करना है. 5 दिन बाद
हाँ.
अगर आपको करना है, तो कोई थर्ड पार्टी आके आपके लिए करके नहीं जाएगा, वो तो आप ही करोगे ना. तो 5 दिन के बाद
Right.
जो कर रहे हो, वो आप क्यों नहीं करते? क्यों उसको बेकार में
Hmm.
टाल रहे हो? डोंट हैव एनी थिंग टू डू मच मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन दिस, बट स्टिल यू आर डिलेइंग दैट. So I think that's what I said, that mindset is very much required whatever you do. So once we take control over our mind, before our mind take control of us, we will be able to do a lot.
Yeah, we can do anything which is not even possible. Like,
Not even possible.
कोई अगर
Yes.
आके बोल दिया ये नहीं possible है, then I love to do which is not possible. Like, most of them
Yes.
do a lot of things like this.
And if you have a
अरे
strong
ये,
mindset, people will think twice to manipulate you and tell things in
right.
front of you.
अरे ये आएगा
कि
वो
अरे नहीं
आएगा,
यार, बंदा बहुत
nothing is
स्ट्रांग है,
going to
इसके सामने कुछ उल्टा पुल्टा मत बोलो यार. बंदा बहुत स्ट्रांग है, मेहनती है.
right. Thanks, Silvina. Uh,
Okay.
nice
Have a
talking to
great
you.
day.
Yeah.